Hi guys, Paul Pluta channel. Today I'm doing paid review AP22. AP22, and this is for Will in England. Before we do that, quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing a two-tone Daytona. I just love it, just love it. Okay, this is a paid review for Will from the UK. Dear Archie, I'm a big fan of your channel. Big fan of the channel. And I've been following you for many years. Long before your Archie 5 phase, before the Balance Collection phase, and now during the Rolex phase. Throughout this period, I've admired all the top brands such as Vacheron and JLC, but somehow have always ended up with Rolex and have never owned anything else. I attach a photo of my small 4-piece collection of travel Rolexes for a paid review. I've sent you £50, which is good because he sent me War and Peace. As I'm a limey fucker from the UK. I'll be 35 this year, and I'm not very happy with this little collection so far. Although I admit every acquisition has been a hard bastard on my pocket, my non-watch colleagues, friends and family around me call me mad, but personally I'd rather have a few Rolex steel stunners than the equivalent funds festering in a savings account earning the best part of fuck all in interest. A bit of a backstory to explain why I ended up with this genre. A big part of my job for the last 10 years has been travel. My work takes me to a lot of different countries, either for short stints every few weeks or even years at a time. I may be working away. I've lived in Central Asia, the Middle East and also Indonesia. These days I'm always traveling somewhere from China to Brazil, from Japan to Afghanistan. This is why I have probably ended up sticking with one genre of wristwatch and likely will continue to do so. So what's in the box? Number one, we've got a 214-270 Rolex Explorer 1 39mm T-Rex, bought new in 2012 from Siam Paragon in Bangkok while on a business trip. This was my first proper wristwatch, and upon receiving an unexpected tax refund, I was pushed over the edge to finally take the dive and buy my first luxury wristwatch. I work in engineering and finance, so I was looking for a timepiece that works with a suit but could also handle bumps and bruises of travel, hot humid climates, and handle some of the rough and tumble locations I find myself in. I was originally looking at a used Explorer 1 model, but my wife said that the 36mm size looked like a little small on me, and given that a new one fresh from the Rolex boutique wasn't much more of an update back in 2012, we went to Siam Paragon and made the purchase with a 10% discount, which was the norm at the time. Yes. Wow, how the worm has turned. That is what a great. This is actually, I apologize, I said it was War and Peace. This is actually quite a good story here. I actually like it. So it's okay to send me War and Peace as long as it's a cool story. The watch is, in my opinion, the perfect piece. I agree. I love it. It dresses up better than the latest model with the solid white gold numbers. Look, I think the differences are so fucking small it's not funny. You've got dickheads there who dislike me criticizing it, but I can't see terribly much difference between the two. I think they're both pretty damn cool. The one with the smaller hands may become more collectible, but I didn't buy it for collectability. I just bought it because it was a nice, honest example that came up at a... Actually, I paid a lot of money for that one. I paid high. I paid high because it was very minty. Box papers example. It serves me very well as my one and only wristwatch, and at the time, should anyone want a one-piece collection at a lower cost point, well, it's not that fucking lower. They're expensive. This would be the one to get. It went everywhere with me, including to Everest Base Camp. Fuck me dead. He went to fucking Everest Base Camp. Fucking hell. Fuck me dead. That's a... and to a military base in Kabul. It's been worn to weddings in Scotland and Bali, in the ocean, in the Maldives. It's gotten scratched on a train in Vietnam and rolled dice in a casino in Colombia. I absolutely love this piece, and hopefully it will stay with me long into the future. What a great story. What a fucking cool story, man. Okay, number two. 90s 16570 Rolex Explorer 2 Holes case. It didn't take long for me to get the bug and realize it would be quite useful to have a GMT function watch. I thought the more tool style, design and robustness would be an even better fit for when going to rougher locations, and the white face of the Explorer 2 is a good contrast to the Explorer 1. You're singing from my hymn book. I.e. a good two-piece combo meal deal. Today, it's the watch that gets used the most. You just stick it on your wrist, put the time zone in and go. Very useful, very discreet, very easygoing, and like the Explorer 1, it just fits in anywhere. I absolutely love it. If I was to do a wristwatch check right now, I'm wearing the Explorer 2 Polar, fuckers! Yes, sir. What a great story there. What a great story. Okay, number three. We got a 16700 Rolex GMT Master 1 with Coke bezel. What a great... These watches are fucking... as the work started to increase and I was able to do more overtime and charge more for my time, I decided to step up and get this piece. Currently on black leather to dress it up, but don't worry, I still have the bracelet. I could switch out the Coke back to Pepsi as the 16700 would have originally had, but every fucker has a Pepsi these days, and I prefer the more straightforward look of the Coke. Okay, make sure you do have that bezel, because there's a lot of fake ones around. You want to have the original bezel. If you can, just get one. If you've got to send it to Rolex to get one, take the old one off, because otherwise they won't let you keep the parts. They're just cunts like that. Number four is a 11670 Rolex BLNR Batman. I had been lusting after this piece for years. I got lucky and managed to pick one up last year in the duty-free section at London Airport and got 20% off in tax to boot. I was a very lucky fucker indeed, as the guys in the boutique told me they only get two in a year in their terminal, and someone asked for Batman every half an hour. So my timing was on point. I didn't have the cash at the time, so I put the bastard on credit card. That's okay, and I'm still paying it off. That's okay, don't worry. We're all like that. Come on. This watch doesn't get as much use as the other pieces, as the polished centerlinks caught me off guard. So it's great for traveling, unless I was okay with it getting a little beaten up. So this piece only comes out for special occasions, such as going to dinner with the wife or other such times. It is a really beautiful piece, and I couldn't be happier with it. Okay. Moving on. Before I'm 40, I'd like to step it up a notch and get something in precious metal for me. I'm having retro-looking 70s, 80s stuff, so my first thought are a 70s GMT root beer in solid gold with nipple dial on a Jubilee. I absolutely love the chocolate dial and how the gold offsets it along with the root beer bezel. It would be in keeping with my travel theme, and it will quench my thirst for something solid gold. It will be a massive step up and will take me a few years to save up the readies for such an acquisition, but I'm in no rush and will not trade. Good idea. Don't trade any pieces to get there. It's not really flying on many people's radar either, so I'm sure it'll be around when I finally get round to getting one in the future. We all need wristwatch goals. So Arch, what are your thoughts on my 4-piece travel time collection, and what are your thoughts about my next piece? Cheers, Arch, and love the channel. P.S. My wife is Indonesian. Said bring back the batik shirt. It suited you. All the best. Regards, Will. Thank you, Will. Unfortunately, because I have ballooned, because I was at the CCC coercive Star Chamber interviews, I put on the weight, and the batik shirt does not fit me, but I am looking at beating the bulge. Okay, so I will bring... I love that shirt. That shirt is amazing. So Arch, what are your thoughts on my 4-piece collection? Absolutely fucking beautiful. Fucking beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I honestly, I honestly think you've nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. The Explorer 1, although the Explorer 1 is only a 3-hand, no date, no 24-hour bezel or anything like that, it is the ultimate travel, just simple, plain watch. It's just wind and wear. It's just hit it. I just love my Explorer 1. First watch I ever had, 1016. Stupidly, I sold it. They're going for big money. I didn't really want to spend Grail money on a 1016, which would never be as good as my original one. So I thought, you know, I'll get the 39mm. I think that watch is absolutely perfect. I love it. I love the size. So that's a fabulous watch. The next piece is your Explorer 2 Hulls case. Okay, I've actually gone for the I had a Hulls case one, and I decided to go for the solid end links, which the solid end links usually comes on the no holes, and you know, that was just where I threw a dart and it landed. But I must admit, I do like the Hulls case. Austin Daniels is a huge fan of the Hulls case version, and I get it. Not that I really put NATOs and shit like that on. So it's a very usable, cool piece. I gotta be honest with you, I love the Polar. I had a chance. I actually had a black Explorer 2, and I could have, instead of selling that one, I gave it back. It's a long story. I could have kept that one and given the Polar, but I actually prefer the Polar. I prefer the Polar. At the end of the day, I didn't want to part with it. That's a fantastic choice. You got a GMT Master 1, the 16700. Make sure you've got the correct bezel. Please make sure you correct insert, because I like to keep things original. That's just my view. I think the Pepsis, I actually prefer the Pepsi. I like to have original. I don't want fucking messed with. I like it to be original as possible. Great choice. That you would have done very well on that piece there. You've made money, which is, it's not always about the money, but it's nice to know you get some things right. And then you've got the Batman. Fuck, you have picked winner chicken dinner. Winner chicken dinner. Now, I gotta say, with your thoughts on the next piece. Okay. A couple thoughts, a couple things I wanted to say to you. The traditional root beer, they have gone up. They have gone up in price. Okay, they are now quite expensive. I would also, if you're going to go fully gold, maybe a solid gold GMT with a black dial. I think the black is nicer. If I was going ceramic, I think the black. It's got a green 24-hour hand. That is probably my Grail Gold Sports. If I was to get one solid gold Rolex now with my current collection, I'd actually get the solid gold ceramic GMT yellow gold. I love the green 24-hour hand. I think that is beautiful. That is a beautiful piece. The root beers. I like the new root beer. The older one, make sure you get a fucking good discount. Unfortunately, I think the horse is bolted, okay? Unfortunately, that is my opinion. I think the horse has bolted. That's what I think. But I'd probably go for a newer. I reckon the 90s watch is a little bit more usable. The gold is instead of having the bracelets, just technology went ahead better. I prefer. That's my view. I prefer. I'm somebody who likes sapphire. Look, personally, if you're going to go to the bother, I would get I'd really go ceramic black dial. I reckon that would be cool, but it is your money. You got to buy what you. There's nothing wrong with buying a root beer. That is very cool. That is very cool. It's very cool. Man, I hope you get your wife something. You've got an Indonesian wife. Beautiful ladies. Make sure you get her a steel Rolex Oyster Perpetual. No date, because the date you're going to be mucking around with time zones. Preferably with an Explorer dial. Get that. Be happy. That's what I would seriously say there. Get the wife one. Get the wife one if she doesn't already have one, Will. That's actually a lovely story. I read that there. I thought it would be, you know, long and fucking... but that was actually a fucking really nice story to read there. Fuck. He's put so much thought into it. You've done well with Rolex. Fuck. You've really... I mean, to be honest with you, when you've bought them, it's a bit of luck there. The market's gone crazy. You've made very good... But it's not about the returns. You love your watches. Please make sure you've got a safety deposit box, or, you know, you've got to make sure they don't get stolen. Nothing worse than to have a collection of that caliber just taken from you. So be very careful. Bank safety deposit box, I think, nothing is 100%, but I reckon that's about the safest you could get. Lovely collection, lovely story. You know what? You know what? You really could, if you really wanted to. A Patek World Time. 5110. 5110. Wouldn't that be the ultimate gold travel watch? A world time. It tells you the time in all the different time zones. That would be super cool. Yeah, that would really be cool. That could be a great way to go. That could be a great way to go. Keep an eye out, see how the money is there, but isn't it good to have one Patek? I'm Paul Pluta. Tell me what you think. Like, subscribe, tell your moron fuckwit friends, and don't forget to put some nasty comments below. And well done. Well done, lad. Okay, until next time, ciao fuckers.